Hi, this is Jake, and welcome to Modern Fellows. In this episode, learn more about the history of Stitch Fix, how the service works, and why I still shop from them on occasion even though my first couple of fixes weren't exactly a screaming success. The mission of Stitch Fix is to change the way people find clothes they love by combining technology with the personal touch of seasoned style experts. Their promise is that their shopping experience is not merely curated, it's truly personalized to you. Stitch Fix advertises that it carries more than 1,000 well-known apparel and footwear brand names, alongside a number of its own private labels. Look to Stitch Fix for a range of mid and high-end clothing labels, like Marine Layer, Bonobos, Johnny O, Girlfriend Collective, and Vuori. Alongside those third-party brands, Stitch Fix maintains a variety of private labels. Katrina Lake and Aaron Morrison Flynn co-founded Stitch Fix back in 2011, originally using the name Rack Habit. Lake served as CEO and the public face of Stitch Fix from its inception, leading the company through its 2017 initial public offering until April 2021, when she transitioned from CEO to executive chairperson. When Stitch Fix began, it only curated clothing for women. In September 2016, Stitch Fix added menswear and has increasingly targeted its pitch to guys. Stitch Fix presents itself as the wardrobe wingman, ready to arm you with personalized style recommendations and a wardrobe refresh. Here's how Stitch Fix works. First, start by taking a style quiz on Stitch Fix's website. During the quiz, you'll answer a series of questions like how do you feel about shopping, what brands do you typically shop, and what is your work dress code. This part of the process feels pretty personal. Stitch Fix prompts you to enter your date of birth, height, and weight. You're also asked about what sizes you typically wear for items like shirts, blazers, pants, and outerwear, how you would describe your body type, and how you like your clothing to fit. During the quiz, you hand over a lot of personal information. In fact, Stitch Fix brags that it collects 90 plus meaningful data points through its initial style quiz alone. After finishing your style quiz, Stitch Fix matches you with one of their stylists to start your style journey. Then it's time to book your first fix. You can subscribe to have Stitch Fix boxes delivered on a regular schedule, though you don't have to. When your first fix arrives, don't let it sit around. You only have 3 days to send back the items that you don't want to keep before Stitch Fix charges your credit card. This short turnaround window is a feature, not a bug, of Stitch Fix. As the company emphasizes to investors, the 3-day checkout window for customers helps drive rapid inventory turns. That said, Stitch Fix does allow you to request an extension of your try-on period online. Each box includes a postage-paid return envelope. Pack the items you wish to return into the envelope and return it as directed. Stitch Fix charges a $20 styling fee every time your stylist sends out a box. That $20 styling fee is non-refundable, though it will be applied to offset the cost of any item you choose to keep from your box. If you're likely to keep at least one item from each fix, the styling fee isn't an issue, since it will just reduce the cost you're paying for your clothing. If you're planning to use Stitch Fix to try out different looks and outfits, but don't plan on keeping the items that they send you regularly, just know that you'll be paying $20 per fix for the privilege. So does Stitch Fix deliver a truly personalized experience that delights right out of the box? In a word, no, at least not for me. My initial fix arrived nicely packaged, and I enjoyed the Christmas morning experience of unwrapping new clothing that was selected especially for me. But upon closer inspection, some of the selections were underwhelming. The biggest fail was the one Algo knit blazer, which was a navy blue piece that you could tell was polyester just by touching it. It cost $119, and it was easy to reject. The idea of paying more than a C-note for a polyester blazer made me cringe. To put this in perspective, you can find polyester navy blazers at ASOS for around $65 or at Uniqlo for under $70. But the reality is that none of the items of clothing I received were particularly inspiring, and many of them seemed overpriced. For example, a black and gray fleck merino wool sweater from Fairlane, which is another Stitch Fix house brand, wasn't my style and was easy to reject with a hefty price tag of $70. It's real hard to stomach paying $70 for a sweater when you can often find other merino wool sweaters at about half that price at stores like Banana Republic, J. Crew, and Bonobos. I came closest to keeping a pair of jeans from Liverpool. I like getting to know the brand, which I hadn't come across before, thanks to Stitch Fix. Ultimately, none of the items from my first fix delighted or impressed me enough to keep, so I returned everything. I did enjoy the discovery process more than I thought I would. It's definitely nice to unwrap and try on some new clothing. I don't browse much clothing in person these days, and I value the ability to touch fabrics, inspect colors up close, and try on the clothing that I received. The biggest red flag for me was the relatively high prices of several of the items in my fix compared to what is available elsewhere online. Definitely weren't any bargains among the items that I received. And it was also curious that some of the highest priced items, like the polyester blazer, were from Stitch Fix's house brands, which presumably are higher margin items for the company than many of the third-party offerings. While I wasn't thrilled with the outcome, I decided to try again and signed up for a second fix with the company. Before scheduling my second Stitch Fix, I adjusted my price preferences in my profile and played a number of rounds of their Style Shuffle game, which is supposed to fine-tune their algorithm. I also sent a note to my stylist asking for a couple of fairly specific items: a tagless 100% cotton t-shirt, a chore coat, and sweatpants. At that point, I figured I'd done all I could to maximize my chances for a successful second fix. But sadly, my second fix didn't produce any keepers either. Stitch Fix came closest to fulfilling my request for a chore coat. Definitely the best piece I received was a heavy wool nylon blend shirt jacket from Stitch Fix's house brand Eventide. Fit well on the shoulders and was the correct sleeve length, but it was snug in the arms, which means I couldn't throw it on over another long sleeve shirt to wear outside. And at $178, it was also pricey, so I declined. The other items just fell flat. The most frustrating part of my second experience was how much Stitch Fix missed the mark when it came to my request for a tagless 100% cotton t-shirt. Rather than send me a 100% cotton t-shirt, they opted to send 2 performance fabric shirts. Finally, I ordered a fix for my wife. Maddeningly, Stitch Fix does not allow a man and a woman to shop from the same account, so you have to set up a separate account. But after doing that, my wife's fix produced no keepers either. For me, there's a better way to shop Stitch Fix without the effort of ordering, digging through, and then ultimately returning their fixes. Stitch Fix has a service called Freestyle, which permits customers to order items directly from its website, and it's another way to shop without ordering a fix. There are several companies like Stitch Fix that also provide curated shop-from-home experiences and personal styling, like Wantable and Nordstrom's personal styling services. But the subscription clothing model has fallen on tough times recently, with many of the leading alternatives to Stitch Fix shutting down in recent years and calling into question the viability of the online personal shopping business model. Nordstrom shut down Trunk Club in May 2022 after acquiring it and then massively writing down its value. And Amazon discontinued its terrific personal shopper service in March 2023. Stitch Fix can be frustrating, with stylists that seemingly pay no attention to your requests, to the process of ordering, quickly trying on, and packing back up clothing you don't want to keep. And yet, Stitch Fix is also an easy way to try on some stylish clothing brands like Faherty, Madewell, Marine Layer, Prana, Bonobos, Toms, and Vuori. And even if the algorithm doesn't nail my style every time, Stitch Fix remains for me an occasional valuable resource, though I've largely ditched their mail-order surprise fixes in favor of browsing curated clothing picks through their much more user-friendly online Freestyle service. If you haven't tried Stitch Fix, I'd suggest you manage expectations going in and see how much you can get out of their personal styling service. If you have tried Stitch Fix, I'd love to know what you think, and hope you'll share your experience in the comments. For more advice on dressing sharp in the digital age, check out modernfellows.com.